So I think that Edmonton needs destinations that are urban. Urban to me means a place that is both walkable and is a place with a high degree of social connectivity. And no other place in Edmonton spatially is as physically conducive to having an urban, vibrant experience as the downtown. The bones are right. So what I'm interested in doing is putting some meat on the bones.
Downtown is important. For me, I think so much of what happens in, for example, our capital region should be driven from the downtown core.
I really believe that you should get involved in the places you live, in the places you work. And it was important for me to get involved, and this is another way, the task force is another way that I can kind of have an impact on the place where I live, and I also work downtown, the place that I work. I also think it's important for downtown, to be the vibrant place we want it to be, everybody's downtown, right? Downtown should feel at home to, a wide swath of Edmontonians, and so if I can bring another perspective to the committee to ensure that other, young people and young families feel at home and welcome in the downtown and that it works for them, then I think that's something else I can bring to the table.
I think a strong downtown and any area of the city needs a strong community to be behind it, and so I think it's a privilege to represent downtown residents and share their voice and share their wishes with everybody at the table.
There's also nowhere else that I've ever been, and I've lived in 14 municipalities in this country, that you can put your efforts and your experience to work in downtown Edmonton, and you can make a difference as an individual, and you can make a difference as a collective. You're not ignored.
A downtown that I want to see is one that believes in itself and that has some momentum and really brings in and encompasses anybody and everybody that wants to be a part of it, instead of the past where we've made it a certain destination for 9 to 5, whereas now we're making it a destination at all hours of the day and night for work, for play, just for exploring. And I think accessibility is going to be a key to making it successful in its transition.
There's always two words that come to mind: more people, right? I think more people is the bottom line. New arena districts and museums and art galleries and activities, those things are important. But I think at the end of the day, what's going to determine whether or not our downtown is vibrant or not is whether or not there's more people there. Both more people than we have today, but also more people more visibly than we have today. So a lot of the people we have downtown are 9 to 5, as has been mentioned, because they work downtown and they go home after that. But when they're downtown from 9 to 5, they're inside, they're indoors, they're not on the streets. I'm really excited about some new initiatives like the Jasper Avenue New Visions, for example, because it widens the sidewalks and gets rid of a little bit of traffic and makes downtown more of a place for pedestrians.
When people come to a city of any size, they expect the downtown to be where the action is. They expect it to be a clean space, a safe space, a space where they can walk, where they don't have to get in their cars to go to a nice restaurant or cafe or the theater or the ballet or the art gallery, where there are high-quality hotels, where there's action on the street, where there are people coming and going all the time.
I also want that same energy we had last year for the Grey Cup. When the Grey Cup was on, the downtown streets were crowded with people. Mac, you talked about people, and that's really the RAM, the arena, the redevelopment of the legislature grounds. It's all about the same thing: chasing people, and how do we get people to go to the downtown, to live in the downtown, to make it part of their lifestyle, to make, when they're thinking of a thing to do, when they're thinking about a place to live, downtown immediately comes to mind.
My downtown is a 724 community. I think we heard that from everyone. My downtown is one of the first North American cities that's a free Wi-Fi zone. My downtown has that uniqueness around food, and it brings back Main Street and all that implies. And my Main Street means this is where Mom and Dad bring the kids over Christmas to look at the animated displays in the window. We all remember that as small children. That's what my downtown brings. It brings festivals both in summer and winter. It is a place where people who, when they're finished their post-secondary education, it wouldn't even occur to them to look beyond the boundaries of Edmonton in terms of how they want to live and develop a career.
I think the message for Edmontonians and for everyone in the region is that everyone's responsible for a successful downtown.
Without building that downtown, making sure that heart is alive and pumping vigorously, we're not going to be the world-class city we want to be. There are no world-class cities that don't have great downtowns. It's that simple. And therefore, that's our challenge. And I have to believe that we're up to it.
Simply put, and we talk about this as a group very often, so goes your downtown, so goes your city.